Tony the Closer. Now, a lot of y'all probably don't know who he is, okay? Y'all know I did a little podcast with Tony. Tony had paid. He ain't paid me, though, but he paid for the podcast. He was like, hey, I just want to do a podcast. I want to go viral, da-da-da-da. You say what's on your heart. I didn't really know his background or anything like that, and that's what I used to get in trouble for a lot. Because a lot of y'all, I have never, ever been so dragged in my life because, let me tell you something. When I tell you, regardless of me doing this show or not, when I meet people, because I'm so into what I got going on with my family, I really don't have time to be doing like extra research on people. So if they're saying, hey, I want to work, I want to do this, and I was innocent of this, well, gullible of this in the beginning, allowing people to put themselves in my circle, sort of like what happened on Bigo the other night on Sunday, put myself like as a collaboration and forgetting to do the background report and checking their facts. Okay? And so then a lot of stuff comes out. Like Storm, he told me his mom named him Storm and her name was Sunny. That was a whole lie. His name was Montrez. It was just, like, people just lie to lie. And then when I fall out with people, y'all like, why did you fall out with them? I'm like, because they lying. Like Larry Reed, we sitting up there and I'm telling him like, yo, I was, touched by a man when I was a kid. He's like, he's touched by a man the whole time. I figured out, like, I'm finding out that you was touching little boys too. You see what I'm saying? Then y'all like, oh, Tasha can't keep no friends. What friends? I got standards, I got morals, and if I don't fuck with you, there's a reason. So y'all, I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know what video y'all need to clip. All of them. Skee Wiggins, Dineva, Unlovely T, Montrez. Y'all can sit here and say what you want, but there's a reason why our platform is successful on every single platform out here. It's because we operate, whether you guys want to, not you guys, they want to admit it or not, we operate in integrity and we stand on what it is that we stand on. We're very transparent over here. We ain't out here skiing and sloping and sliding down, scamming, beating women allegedly. Now, I met him. He said he was in real estate. I didn't know any of the other stuff that was going on. I didn't know about the DV. I didn't know about the alleged scamming and the mortgage program or whatever he got going on. I knew he was a trick because I saw that in action. So I met him and his girlfriend here, and so and they seemed odd because I was just like Tony has a wholesome girlfriend, like he's no offense, like he's a trick. He's like one of those like jocks that are just dumb. I don't even like wearing this chains. I just wear it just so I can get attention. You know what I'm saying? Driving a Bentley with a dent in it, saying he done leased it. I said, well, if you leased it, why is the dent still in there? I'm not stupid. When you lease a vehicle, what do if it gets hit? They fix it, right? Why are you riding around with a dented up Bentley? Saying I done paid $300,000 for it off the lot. No, you didn't. Probably got you a Honda Accord and put a Bentley logo on it like they be doing in the Latina communities and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I know him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to see him come online after he done, like, embarrassed the hell out of his girl, Nichole, who has a great fashion brand. She is pretty much the average girl raised in LA. Parents spoiled her, always dressed her up, and so now she's, reenacting what it is that her parents did for her, and she goes after dumb niggas like this in order to keep up the business, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard out here. And so he's put a lot of money into getting her in Nordstrom's, the money that he allegedly scammed from people learning a course that he had stole from another real estate broker. I don't know, okay? This is just what I've been told. Apparently, he done been to jail for DV on women, on his ex-girlfriend. And so, after he had got into it with DJ Envy and all those guys, and they started exposing him and exposing her, she started losing business when it came to her clothing site and stuff like that. And so It wasn't anything spectacular. Like, she would get up in the morning, go down to the, like, the warehouses in LA, pick out a couple of outfits, take a few pictures in her hallway, and then sell them to y'all. That's exactly what she did. You know what I'm saying? And then put her logo NL on it. You know what I'm saying? And he paid for it all. But when she got tired of him and got tired of being exposed, she decided to leave. And so I guess maybe she was reconciling with him, or maybe she was hard up for money, but all I know is he took to social media after she had announced that they had broken up last year, saying that she had recently called the police on him because he popped up on her without calling. Watch him cry in the car.
And I were having flirty conversations. We were having sex. She actually was upset that her period came on after we had sex. So imagine like all of those emotions, feeling like we back locked in, and then my birthday comes and I go to LA. I get to LA. I sent her $5,000, like 400 plus roses. And then I go to drop off a bag of A-Lo at her house. So as I get to her house, her door is literally open, like crack where you can see through it. I knock on the door, say hello, walk in. She was asleep. She wakes up. She was startled. Obviously, like, I knew she would be a little not expecting me to come, so I'm like, maybe she's like, all right, boo, shit, scared me for a minute, right? But instead, the energy was completely different. It was like a robber had broken her house and was like a kidnapper and was about to take her. And I'm like, damn, babe, I brought you some A-Lo. I saw your door was open. Like, but she's like, can you just leave and I'll call you? Okay, fine, I'll leave. Yeah. Probably was in the house less than a minute, 90 seconds max. Now, mind you, nothing happened, no threats, nothing. I left the A-Lo and I leave and just leave. She calls me, we have a conversation for about an hour. Then like she goes and gets, if I was to the police. She goes to the police.
Police?
The police?
The police?
After just telling me you want to be my baby and all this other shit, you ready to come home? Now you going to the police? That's why I was like, no, I didn't hit the final straw.
Now, he put out the text messages and the screenshots of all the money he sent her, and was shocked that, like, she called the police on him. I'm like, dude, she was running game. Like, I mean, I saw the cash apps. It's like, let me pull them up. Jeb, you see all these cash apps? Like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 500, 200, 300. He's a trick. He's a trick. And so I guess he didn't get that and decided to pop up on her without calling, and she called the police to carry his ass right on out because she just needed a few bills paid. She didn't need you coming in there trying to get nothing. Now, yes, she was texting you talking about she was ready to be daddy's baby, but it's because she needed some money. She didn't think you was going to show up to come get that. She got scared. There's a big black man out here with a chain, and he makes threats on lines. He's like, police. He thought he was exposing her. He turned around and exposed himself. I would have called the police on you, too. Does it say anywhere in the text that I invited you to my place? What are you doing showing up? And here's a trick, too. Let me tell you how big of a trick he is. I ain't never did this. Ever. Okay? So he invites me out for a Christmas dinner. And so he was like, don't bring no money. What do you mean don't bring no money? I'm a grown woman. My husband's a grown man. We bring in money. Like, who you think you talking to? Like, whatever. So we go to Poppy's Steak, okay? And then we ended up at Poppy's Steak, and they got this $1,000 steak. I'm like, okay, whatever. So he was like, yeah, I want Drake on my steak. He was like, don't worry, I'm going to do all the ordering. Because he said he was paying. No problem. Cool. I didn't expect to have to share. I didn't expect to have to share, for 9 people to share a $1,000 steak, and it was the size of a T-bone. We just got 2 pieces. I didn't expect to share king crab legs that was $300. I got 1 strip of king. I got a leg. I didn't expect to share Brussels sprouts and got 3 Brussels sprouts. It was like a tapas table. The bill came. You know what I did? Hey, babe, don't you got to get something out the car? He said, well, I got to get out the thing. You need to get to the car. I went to the bathroom. Bill came. That shit was like $6,000. I said, oh, I left my wallet at the house. Oh yeah, I remember you said don't bring the wallet. You said don't bring $6,000. I'm telling you, it was 9 people at that table. We all shared a steak this big, like it was this big. I was like, that was not worth $1,000. All they did was put Drake on the steak and lower the lights, and they put it on 24 karat gold, and it was like, you know, truffle butter. I was just like, what is this? A lot of y'all can say he was being nice, but no, he was trying to buy a relationship. Because when I tell you he lied about so much, he said he had owned the podcast studio that we was in. He was like, yeah, this is my space. And it was a nice space in Miami. I was like, oh, you own this? He was like, yeah. Anytime you want to use it, just let me know. You guys can, pay me for it or whatever. Paying you, whatever. I got my own studio. So then the real owner comes over to me and introduces himself. And Tony sees it out of the corner of his eye and was like, oh, shit. He jumps up. The guy already told me, he was like, yeah, this is my space. I have a few spaces. I have restaurants and everything. I know you do comedy shows and stuff. Tasha, if you ever want to use my facility, call me. Tony come up, oh, yeah. I told her, like, this is my space or whatever. And if she need to use it, she can hit me and I will put her in contact with you. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. He be lying. Like, for real. Anyway, I would have called the police on your ass. Get it, Nichole!